What's up, my people? It's Jay coming at y'all, man, with a little personal thought. I'm pretty sure that a lot of you know what I do for a living. Drive trucks. I've done it for over a decade. Something just came to mind real quick while I was at work, and the thing that came to mind is slavery. I know y'all gonna trip out on this, or why is he saying slavery, or what's this about? All right, okay. So right behind me, there's the entrance door to a warehouse. I can show this because I'm not showing the name of the companies or the name of the trucks on the trailers or anything else. But as you see on the back of it, it says no entrance, right? Okay. Now, inside this warehouse, in the warehouse part, all the workers are black or Hispanic. Every last one of them are African American, black, or Hispanic. All the supervisors are white. 100% of the people in the office are white. Now, so I was riding by and it came to mind to me. Oh, and by the way, 90+% of the drivers are African American. Few Hispanics, but mostly African American. Now, I was sitting back and I was thinking about slavery, right? So I was thinking about how it was done. And I said, wow, a lot of people think it is over with. But here's the game. I'm going to try to make this video quick. All right, in the days of slavery, they had the niggas in the field. They had the niggas in the house. You had house niggas, field niggas. And I did say that word, niggas, because that's what they refer to us as. I'm not using it loosely like we do today, like my nigga, my nigga. But they had house niggas and they had field niggas. Field niggas were treated a little bit worse. The house niggas was treated pretty decently because they was, we's got a nice house, we's got a nice this, or we's doing good, boss. Those were your house niggas. Preferably considered by skin tone. It's changed a little bit, but let me show you how the variations still go on today. You have a job, right? Well, let me refer strictly to this job. You got the field niggas out here in the parking lot, the drivers, doing this job, right? With little consideration to their health, security, welfare, well-being, rest time, family time. Then you got the house niggas inside the warehouse, right? But you got the overseers, supervisors, right? But you got the boss in the big house sitting in the office, and they don't allow no niggas in the office. They don't allow no niggas in the big house unless you in there working, and then it's wheeze boss. Now, you say, oh, Jay is tripping. No, let me show you how. They say, oh, because I get paid, I get a paycheck. I make good money. I make $700-800 a week. I make good money. You get what they call a living wage. A living wage. That means I pay you a wage that allows you to live in another area where your neighbors look just like you. A living wage. I allow you a wage that allows you enough to buy gas, to buy food, to go on a little trip, to go on a vacation. And you're living, but you're not experiencing. I don't pay you enough to take your children. Okay, that's the airplane, it's loud. You don't get paid enough to take your kids to private school. You don't get enough to take your kids on all these different vacations. And y'all think that this stuff doesn't matter. It really does, because the more a child experiences in life, the broader their mentality is, the broader their horizons. Learning different languages, eating different foods, engulfing themselves in different cultures, seeing different things, relating to different people, traveling to foreign lands. All of this plays into our mentality. That's why some of us think the way we think, because we're stuck in a box. We don't step outside the box because we don't have an opportunity to go and experience life. We just living. So what they pay you is a living wage. So while you having a living wage and you're satisfied with it, it's a form of mental slavery. While the people in the office, they get experience money. They don't do what you do, and they can't even do what you do. If they was to come out to try to do your job, they couldn't do your job, but they make 2 to 3 times what you make. If you ever want to really see what I'm talking about, go to your job. Look in the parking lot. First of all, look at the vehicles driven by the workers. Then look at the vehicles driven by the supervisors. Look at the vehicles driven by the bosses. If you see a substantial difference in the vehicles driven, then imagine where the vehicles are being driven to, what homes, in what neighborhoods, in what areas. You dig? Mental slavery. You got to break the bonds. And the only way out of it You got to go get it for yourself. They're not going to give it to you. I don't care. Nobody's ever going to pay you what you're worth. You're worth so much more. But we have to step up and step out. Take our checks, put them together, stack a check on top of a check with a check and a check and another check and a check and a check and another check. If it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 years, deny yourselves some pleasure sometimes. The Jordans, the rims, the speakers, the clothes, the clubbing, and just put it all together. And whatever that dream or that vision is inside your head that people been telling you that won't work, that business, build it, do it. Break the bonds of enslavement. You ain't got to beat it. And I'm telling you, because I'm doing it myself, man. I'm stacking up, I'm working. I'm still driving these big boys. I'm still doing it. But, man, I'm putting every spare penny back. I'm trying to invest this thing. So one day, I can make my money work for me instead of me continue to keep working for this money. That's the mental slavery. That's what they've been doing to us. That's what they've been doing for so long. It's time to start experiencing life and helping our children experience life, helping our children experience different foods and cultures to broaden their horizons. If you want your kids to be out the streets, put them in the air, put them on some boats, put them on some trains, put them in different lands. You want them to stop acting a certain way, you got to put something else in their head. You got to override the program that's been instilled in them. It's time to experience life, my people. And they're not going to give it to us. They're not going to give it to us. We got to go get it. And I'm not talking about a revolution. I ain't talking about going to get guns. I ain't talking about riding the street. I'm not talking about destroying property. I'm not talking about acting no fool with the police. No, that's not how you whoop them. You got to whoop them like they whoop us. They whoop us with the pen. They whoop us with the pen, with the paper. When one of them writes something down on paper, it's law. You go to your job, you get in trouble, you get in a situation, what do? They write you up. They get ready to suspend you, they write that up. They get ready to fire you, they write that up. You get pulled over by the police and you get a ticket, they write that up. You go to court and you get some time, they write that up. You get ready to get sued, what do? They write that up. You get ready to get kicked out of your house, they write it up. You get ready to go buy a house, they gotta write it up. Everything is a contract. That shows you that the power is in the pen. Gangsters ain't the most powerful. Politicians are the powerful ones. Lawmakers are the powerful ones. Police are the powerful ones. Lawyers are the powerful ones. Business people, the people with the pen. So we got to put the power of the pen in our hands and our own. We got to start owning our own homes, our own businesses, our own neighborhoods. We got to break the bonds of the mental slavery. It's time for us to start living and balling like them. But in order to live like them, we got to do some things like them, but we got to do it in our way. We got a certain style, we got a certain swag. So all I'm saying is, man, break the bonds and the bands of the mental slavery. Take that little bit you got and be faithful over it. Quit complaining. Learn how to budget your money in a certain way, man. Deny yourself some simple pleasures. Stack up and build and start working on that master plan. Start working on that business. And no matter how much somebody tells you it won't work, no matter how crazy somebody tells you that you are, no matter how off the wall that you think there was, somebody said the same thing to everybody. At one point, you got to remember that people used to ride around this country on horse and carriages. And then a man stepped up one day and said, you know what? I think I can create a vehicle that will drive by itself. I will call it the horseless carriage. And I'm pretty sure the first person he said that to said, boy, you crazy as hell. Ain't no way that a carriage can drive itself. Got a lot of cars running around here now. They used to be called horseless carriages. At one point, our houses were kept warm by kerosene and lit up by kerosene until Thomas Edison said, you know what? I can electrify a house. And he got together with J.P. Morgan, and they built General Electric. And then I can't remember his first name, but Tesla came up with the AC current, and then he turned around and made it even better. Henceforth, General Electric, AC currents, now electricity everywhere. Then when they came up with the phone, they said, oh, we can talk from coast to coast. You crazy. But now they got it. Now they got cell phones. You crazy. Now they got phones you can do on your watch. You crazy. But every time somebody said somebody can do something, they was crazy, they did it. So we need to learn to be the crazy ones. So when people keep telling us what we can and can't do, we need to prove, you know what? Hell yeah, I'm crazy. I'm just crazy enough to make this work. So I love y'all. Break the bonds, man. Right. Peace.